Let me get these racer cards up.
Yeah.
Polk, Kitsune versus WhytePanther. This is not the first time out for either player. We have a third timer and a fifth timer. Plenty of experience. No wins yet for Polk Kitsune, unless they've got one this tournament by now.
These might be old.
Yeah, some of the data is a little bit messed up. I do feel like
we
Polk
fixed
Kitsune's
that
joined before.
But yeah, so we fixed that third edition, but it never updates the current tournament. So it just doesn't work like that. But if we pull this up, let's see where we're at.
Yeah, I can see a win already. Bayo Kirby in Kings Valley 2. So that was the game that La Mulana is sort of largely inspired by. Weird puzzle game with tools to chisel through blocks and weapons that will infinitely wrap around the screen, and you have to throw them after you pick them up, and you can't do anything until you do that. So it's actually at 1-5 currently for their record. And a loss to Zenic Reverie as well. Is a pretty strong player. Has been as high as 9th place, I think more than once even. WhytePanther fell to DOSBox Falco in the first round, which is what happened to Boney last Mystery Tournament, actually. Same opponent, same round, and then Boney went on to go all the way to top 8. So who knows what's possible here for WhytePanther. Has already started the run with a win over Kithern and Gunman Clive.
Just remember, folks, half of all competitors will lose their first match. That one's actually factual.
Yeah, that one's actually true. I like that we're getting there in the end. Man, this song is wild.
I wish I could hear it.
I'm gonna go back to game. I was too scared about. They were playing something. They were playing some classic Nintendo song, and I was too scared about it. But
it's a Halo song right now.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense that La Mulana was inspired by that, and that makes sense why that was originally a Captain Drake sub. I thought it was weird that Captain Drake was subbing an MSX game, but then that makes a lot of sense.
It is a little bit weird that anyone would sub an MSX game. Even here, we have so many people looking for obscure games, but the MSX, I feel like even here, I never hear of it.
It is kind of an uncharted territory.
And everything I know about it comes from playing La Mulana and its reverence of the MSX, and it has like a whole bunch. You can obtain cartridges for MSX games in La Mulana and like put them into your computer for bonuses and stuff like it.
It's so good.
So
why is there a setting in this game to disable, what is this? Random jokes and Easter eggs?
I have no idea. I don't remember that being coming up ever, so I don't think that it's important.
That makes me raise an eyebrow so high it leaves my face. Like I just immediately weird. I'm like, I'm not gonna like this game, am I?
Is it the weird? It's like the Weird West option in New Vegas.
I actually have no idea what that is. This is a pretty straightforward, just platforming game. Although it is a fan game, not as in like an I want to be the guy fan game. As in, this is a game that you control characters from other games in.
We seem to be getting actual video game music.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm complaining about Final Fantasy XIV music.
As far as the MSX, what I was gonna say is that you can't. It's not capable of scrolling. So
Okay.
you're pretty limited by what you can. Like the MSX feels old. It's not like some NES.
It's a
games
boomer
where you're
game?
like, I can
Is that what
play
you're
this
saying?
now.
It's like when you're watching Super Mario Special and all of there's no screen scrolling. It has to actually load the
It's
next
Super Mario.
screen.
What's that on like the FM Towns or something? I forget. Or is that PC
I think
98?
so.
PC
That
88?
game is an
98,
atrocity.
Yeah. So I mean, there's been an Amstrad CPC game in Mystery Tournament. Anything is possible. It's just really like, if you want to find a game on a platform like that, I bet you can find a fun game. It's just, it might take you a little while.
Oh, we're all wrong. That's on the Sharp X1.
Oh, Sharp
PC.
X1.
88, not even the 98.
No, PC 98 has some of the best art that's ever been done in video games. Some of the best pixel art you can find. But when you Google PC 98 art, make sure nobody else is around because it might have some naked ladies.
Yep.
Do not
Yup.
turn safe search off.
Yeah.
Or do.
We have a
Just know
game.
what you're getting.
And the game
I get all
is
these old computers mixed up.
Boll Deluxe.
What?
Well,
Oh
Don't-
man.
I don't know why it's called that, but look, it's Mario and Sonic. That's pretty sweet.
And
that's the
Gianna.
Gianna is the character we'll be playing, although I don't believe, based on my experience with Gianna Sisters games, that Gianna controls anything like the way Gianna does in her own games.
Was
God,
that
I
Alex
hope not.
Kidd? Who's that to the left of Gianna?
I
Oh, I
thought
lost
that
it
was
now.
I Want to Be the Guy.
Imagine making a fan game and you're like, okay, Mario, Sonic, Sonic 2, Orange Sonic, Metal Sonic, you know, the staples.
All the Sonics.
But then
Yeah.
you go for Gianna from the Gianna sisters?
Well, Gianna is like a not copyright infringement version of Mario. So like,
Basically, yeah.
She is basically when you said this is a fan game, I thought you meant like in the sense that the Gianna sisters is a fan game of Mario.
oh no. Okay, so you have the dash, which is sweet. You also have this really cool mechanic where if you keep jumping, you gain momentum. You like bunny hopping in Portal or something.
Oh.
Neither player is taking advantage of that right now, but it's
The
real.
hopping.
And the dash is pretty strong on its own, but you can lose the dash. The jumping thing, you always have the ability to do that. And as far as levels go, it's just, it's Mario. They're not literally Mario levels, but like,
Very closely inspired.
yeah.
The jumps, I would assume the chain jumping for speed is only going to be harder later in the race when the levels are harder and you will have a difficult time sight reading them.
Completely
So
true.
it's a shame they're not getting the most out of it now.
And we just passed a little bit of Green Hills in the middle of this Mario stage.
I did think that mechanic was cool enough that I actually, and I've got these all cropped wrong, that I actually, at first, was kind of considering this for top 8. So I thought it controlled well, and I don't think we've ever had, like, a fan game like this in top 8. They don't tend to be the highest quality. But, it just isn't quite interesting enough. But I think the game controls pretty well. It's solid. Not getting a lot of sound from... There we go.
There we are.
Now we got a lot of sound.
Yeah, that was too much, actually. I apologize.
Okay, this is a bop.
Oh, Kitsune is like, in these Mario games, you can run along the top of the level and go pretty far, but
You can,
didn't
but
quite
you
make
can't.
the jump.
You can't take the warp, and that's according to the pace bin. Let me see what's interesting in the pace bin because I don't remember.
Was that the Sonic Game Gear stage transition noise?
I believe it was.
Definitely a Sonic noise.
You can spin jump by pressing. Oh yeah, that's actually really useful. by pressing action and up while you're in the air, it like gives you a little boost. You actually like jump up a little bit. And you can do that in the air. So that's a really useful thing.
It's a little flip.
Yeah, right. Polk Kitsune just did it. And you can float downward as well.
And then you have the slow fall afterwards?
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's Gianna. That's very Gianna.
Oh, finds the upgrade. Is there a mushroom there in Mario? I think there is. And I think Polk Kitsune knew that.
Oh, there might be. These first few levels are obviously pretty similar to, like, the first one was a little bit of an homage to 1-1. It was different, but similar.
The second one had entire sequences of blocks that were like, this is from that level.
Dying puts you back to the last checkpoint at the start of the level. If you run out of lives, it's game over. And you should start again from the level you reached. Yeah, it kicks you back to the main menu, but you can choose the level. You may not use any warp zones. You must beat the levels in order. So I guess it wasn't an issue for me. That didn't come up, and it didn't come up for the other tester either. But if you do happen to get a warp zone, I guess you would just go back to the main menu and select back the level that you were on and have to beat that one the normal way.
WhytePanther's died a couple times here in 1-2. It's down to 1 life. Polk Kitsune is ahead, a pretty good margin, but also like way ahead on lives too. Knows about the spin. Has the dash power up currently.
Yeah, it's not using the bunny hopping mechanic, but it is what it is. The dash is pretty good. You can really get going with the bunny hopping though.
I believe it just comes down to like familiarity with Gianna's sisters and the little bit of Mario that is in here. Like, that's the entire difference right now.
WhytePanther was like, there's going to be another platform coming any moment now. For sure. I'm just going to jump in the pit, and it'll be there, and it'll catch me. And it wasn't. And it's got to go back to the start now. Had that checkpoint, but that's gone.
But this is one of those interesting games that seems to have, like, a community. Like, this isn't just, like, a random game from itch. Like, it has its own website and has, like, a maker ability and stuff. And so there's, like, people that play this.
There's probably some reason why it's called Boll Deluxe.
Probably.
They got, like, 50 Boll emotes in the Twitch chat for the Boll channel.
It's headed by Uwe Boll.
Big Boll, Super Boll. You can subscribe now to the Boll House. Whole 2-stage lead now for Polk Kitsune.
Yeah, pretty significant. Oh, shield power up. It's kind of a cool one. I don't remember getting that.
They had this really briefly in the first level. When you get a lightning, these diamonds in the top right fill up a little bit.
Let me see if the
is that like a super mode? Or is that also like an alternative? I think that's an alternative life generator.
They do explain how to beat Bowser in case you are someone who's never played a Mario game. Or
there are red coins.
They said just in case you have to go behind Bowser and hit the axe behind him like in every Mario game. I remember Ness Kamikaze submitted a Castlevania game and was like, hearts aren't health, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
I guess
we had a race
know.
of Donkey Kong 94, which starts with you playing through the entirety, basically, of the original Donkey Kong. And nowhere in the pace bin did it say, like, oh, to beat the original Donkey Kong, you got to make sure you step on all of these weird things on this platform. Like, it was just kind of taken for granted that you would know that, and then a racer didn't know that, and was understandably very confused by it, and it was like a race-losing mistake. So yeah, got to be careful about... We had a chess race earlier where, like, it was like, I sure hope they know how chess pieces move, because that's important, right? Like,
yeah.
Gotta be careful.
There was a game I submitted that had you could make multiple jumps, and I did the game only doing double jumps.
Yeah,
And I
that
got,
jumping
like, a comment.
flash.
Oh,
Yeah,
jumping
and
flash, yeah.
I got a comment that, hey, can you put in that you do triple jumps? And just like, you can do triple jumps?
I was talking to Myth afterwards, and I was like, yeah, the game, the pace spin's a little messed up. It says double jumps, and you can do triple jumps. And Myth was like, what? And then you opened up the game, I remember it was doing triple jumps, so you're like, this is so much easier.
Sometimes I would do a triple jump, and I thought like I had just landed just barely and was doing a regular jump, but I didn't have a double jump on that jump for some reason. And like a lot of things made sense all of a sudden. Let's just say.
Wild game.
Yeah, some things, I mean, aren't in pace spins. You just, I mean, to have any chance of, you know, it's not like you have to win, but if you're playing Mystery Tournament, you probably expect that you might win once. You gotta know some things, like you hold A longer to jump higher, you know, certain things are just sort of video game knowledge. I don't think this would be a great tournament if you've never played a video game before. That would be the ultimate blind race, though, wouldn't it? Two people that have literally never played a video game.
Everybody conscript your dads to Mystery Tournament.
There's a big learning curve with just like holding a controller in your hand. And
yeah,
like my thumb is gonna move like this to press the buttons on it, and like, yeah.
Yeah, I taught a class once with high schoolers that was about the history of video games, and there was a kid in there that asked me. It was like day like 5 or 6 of this like 8-day class, and he was like, "What about Age of Empires 3?" And I was like, "Well, what about it?" And he was like, I was kind of explaining like RTSs and like where they, you know, different RTS games and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm ranked in Age of Empires 3." But then it like we kept talking, and it turned out that's the only game he had ever played, and he was
that
ranked.
Is video games.
He was ranked on the Age of Empires 3 board, but like competed with people. But that's the only video game he'd ever played. I just found it very strange.
I mean, there's such a breadth these days that, you know, you can just find your lane and stay in it forever, and
it's true.
That's it.
Oh, Polk Kitsune's going up here.
If you had an ability to break blocks, you could go the low road there, I guess.
I think Polk Kitsune could have fallen in from the top. Chose not to.
It's unclear if you can, like, crouch in the water. Or if you would even be in the water if the water is only 1 tile high. The castle music is terrifying.
Oh,
yeah.
So far, every song I've heard has been a banger.
Imagine this on your road trip playlist. Driving down the street,
you would crash.
Behind
Your
you.
driver would freak. They would swerve out of the way of nothing, and you would all die.
I know somebody's tailgating you. It feels like you're getting the
over.
worst experience.
Rapid dash is on the bridge. Almost goes bad. It does.
Come
actually
on, do the bunny hop.
It would be so risky with all these fish everywhere.
This is where you do it.
But
I was cruising. I went so fast in this level.
The fish would probably wouldn't even get to you in time. You'd be gone.
Look, they can't B-hop. That's hacking the game.
It's in the game.
Yeah, you don't need the B-hop script.
You don't even need to get weirdly good at it. Like practice on surf maps. You just press the button and it goes. Ah, the fish tags Polk Kitsune. This is the first snag they've hit in kind of a long time. If you don't count going up top on the end of the level.
They do have a whole 13 lives to go through.
Yeah, WhytePanther after the game over has accrued a pretty healthy number of lives as well.
I feel that's definitely a very Amiga thing. Just getting a crap ton of lives and kind of coasting.
Yeah, I don't
Using
think
the charge,
gaming over
dashing through the blocks, liked it.
In general, I don't remember this game being particularly challenging. It just felt nice to optimize the levels with the bunny hop and the dash and figuring out when to use what. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of deaths.
It seems like it just feels good to play.
Yeah, we had Super Mario Fan Galaxy in Mystery Tournament 14, I think.
Was that the one with the couldn't climb the poles
Couldn't
situation?
climb the pole. It wasn't pressing up to climb the pole in the background.
Got it.
That game was pretty like not so fun to play. It's a little off. Sometimes fan games are not quite put together just right. You know, they're lacking the polish, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I would say
this one's got it though.
Yeah, this game it's responsive, and you're a little heavier than in Super Mario World. A little less floaty than Super Mario World.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty nice.
Which, you know, I'm pretty used to it, but seeing other people play it, I realize it's a pretty floaty game. It's actually controls kind of weird.
I mean, it's an SNES release game, so
True.
all sorts of weird stuff with those.
Oh, Bowser! Bowser
man.
goes high and catches Polk Kitsune before reaching the axe.
Ooh,
Oh my god, the big band water theme music.
I'm loving this.
That's the great thing about fan games is that they don't.
Where did Polk Kitsune? Oh, it was floating the whole time. I was like, I saw them go up there. I don't know why they aren't back down yet.
It would be very funny if it just didn't display anything on that sprite layer up there.
Yeah, I'm starting to think of something like that.
The things I like about this are like Super Mario crossover or something. You know, they go in. They're very earnest. They're not like, well, that might not be cool. They're like, let's just put it in there. Let's get more stuff right in there, you know? Let's just keep going.
No, sorry, I gotta talk. Like, did Polk Kitsune just do like a high jump, like you can do in like Mario 64?
Yeah, you can do a backflip if you turn around and then.
Oh my, that's incredible.
That's cool. That's a good thing to add to this game.
Yeah, WhytePanther should probably die.
That sucks. Wait, we haven't seen WhytePanther do the midair pop up, right?
Oh, that's true. I mean, that's in the pace bit. That would get him right out of the situation. That's going to be a huge difference. I haven't even realized that. Come on, do the bunny hop. No.
It's been pretty marginal, the extra jump. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, normally a double jump is game-changing. But it's not done so much for Polk Kitsune, but that alone has made a really big impact on this race.
The slow fall is big, I think.
We'll see. I can see why it could be good. I just don't think it has yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
WhytePanther has been bee-hopping, so they might have just thought they couldn't do that in the water.
Yeah, well, that's why they ended up in the water. They were cooking like crazy fast and then couldn't handle the pit.
They
when
went
it came
too
up.
hard. It's the Icarus system of this game. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kitsune going wild. Oh, and getting the candy right there. Whatever. Lose the power up, get the power up.
Oh, right, it's candy.
I don't know, it looks like candy. It looks
I
like a
can't-
little
yeah.
hard candy, a Werther's Original, or one of those mints from a...
Oh,
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
WhytePanther ended up in the water, but the dash is omnidirectional, or some of the dashes are diagonal sometimes. And
You might be able to go dash diagonally, I really don't remember. Played a lot of games.
it might have been like if you hit a corner, it'll deflect you or something.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could see that. You do bounce off of stuff.
What? Yeah, you certainly do.
Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like it's kind of bouncy. You could use that to your advantage, I think. Probably not at either of these players' level, though. I think you need a not. That's a little advanced for trying to get through this blind race, working on the bank shots.
Kitsune on 3-2, WhytePanther on 2-4. So has closed the gap between these two players a little bit.
I don't know what the triple diamond does for you. Oh, star's good.
I think it gives you another life. It's an alternate life generator, I think.
Okay.
I mean, your life is represented by a diamond G shape, so I like that.
That is true.
That's why they have so many of them. Yeah, in Gianna Sisters, I think you're collecting those diamonds and not coins. But this is Boll Deluxe. We can throw it all in here. We got Mario and Sonic on the cover. Look at that.
Together at last for the first time.
Oh,
How is
the
this
Panther barely catches the edge.
The dang strawberry. Who knows what that would have done? I don't know anything about the strawberry power-up.
It's the cape.
Oh,
Karibo's shoe.
you just jam your foot in a strawberry?
We had one Super Mario World ROM hack. Oh, also, I think Super Mario ROM hacks are out. If you were thinking of subbing Super Mario World ROM hacks, I think we just have to call it on those for MT. It's just
Kaizo
Mario. As long as I'm running MT, I think they're out. But anyways.
Well, no, you can definitely just dash diagonally. Somehow. Unless there was an invisible block that... No.
We played one Super Mario World ROM hack that was doable because it was just a Sokoban ice puzzle. It was just built in Super Mario World.
3-2
Man,
clear
Polk
for Polk
Kitsune
Kitsune.
with the double jump. What it does is it gives you more options to continue the flow. You know, when Mario's being played well, it really flows. You're just going. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
I think the level design here is like best of both worlds. You know, you have these large Amiga-ish levels, but you still have like the flow of Mario. So you have multiple options, but it always keeps you pushing.
Yeah. It's no, like, Jazz Jackrabbit. Who knows where the heck everyone is going. Or Super Frog.
Panther can't get hit. Nice left-right hesitations. Whoa, the Potaboo was very close. It's getting close to Bowser now. I would wait, even though it's taking an eternity.
No world display on the screen, but I'm thinking that Polk Kitsune is on 3-4? Or are they on 4-4?
It's 3-4.
Okay.
3-4, yeah.
Yeah, they're beating
It is
World
not
5,
quite
so
that
not a
massive.
short goal, but Polk Kitsune making quick work of it.
Block up there. Gotta wonder. Well, Potaboo robs Polk Kitsune of the power-up.
Paul's gonna get in the interview chair and just be like, "Yeah, I've been playing Gianna Sisters games my whole life. I actually have the world record on Gianna Sisters 1."
Doing pretty good.
There's no way
bunny
Gianna
hop-
Sisters 1 controls as well as this game.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's so different. I don't think being good at it would have anything to do with this game.
We played Gianna Sisters DS. Man, that was a game.
I saw that. I still have nightmares about it.
I mean, it wasn't
Panther's
horrible,
done
but
with
it was
2-4.
pretty dull.
So I saw WhytePanther. Oh, look, has enough points or something to trigger a mini game above the checkpoint, like you can in Sonic. Maybe you've heard of it. The bunny hop just happens. Like even if you don't want to, it will do it. So like sometimes you just do a jump, and when you come down, you want to jump again, and that you're gonna get this like speed boost you're not expecting.
Hmm.
What do you think's more useful, the diagonal dash or the midair double jump float?
If there's no ceiling, the double jump's gonna get you a lot further. So the diagonal dash is probably better indoors.
Okay.
Most levels aren't indoors, though. Man, Bowser going in hard, but making it work with the double jump. There you go. I don't know. I guess the diagonal dash could have done it there, too.
Also, each world we're rescuing more toads. Multiple toads have been kidnapped.
It's a fan game.
that's-
You go in. Look at this
That's
4-1.
from
It's
the,
just like 4-1 in Mario. There's
sure
the Lakitu.
is. Even like the block pipe layout is the same. The bunch of toads popping out is the Super Mario All-Stars version. That's what they do in that one. They perform increasingly elaborate dances with every world. Well, I don't think they dance.
I
They
actually
pose.
didn't realize that.
That's a death from WhytePanther. Has
Yeah,
the
it is a
entirety
combination of
3-1.
Lost Levels 4-1 because that's the one with the giant spring. Man, those Lost Level springs. Now that's
Mario is just gone.
yeah, he's into the stratosphere.
It
It's
looks
almost
more like a
stupid. Like,
glitch
what were
than
they
anything. He's on
thinking?
screen for like 3 frames, and then he just doesn't come back, and it's like, what happened?
I never really thought about that. What were they thinking? That's ridiculous.
I'm thinking about it. I would have loved if there was a spring where it did that. You just hung around for 5 seconds, and it just had like a world transition. Like it just acts like a warp pipe.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
I mean, I've definitely seen one of those, like, I want to be the guy, not the like Cat Mario, right, where it's just like gotchas everywhere, and there's
Yeah.
a spring and you step on it and it just like launches you into the sky and you die like in Smash Brothers or Team Rocket blasting off.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We don't put a lot of, well, we don't put any, really, of those, like, sort of gotcha... it's hard for me to describe them because gotcha means something else, but those games like Cat Mario
Yeah.
or I Want to Be the Guy or whatever, where
I mean, they're deliberately unfair, and
Yeah,
we try
exactly.
to avoid that.
There's no
wherever
way to
possible.
anticipate the traps, so asshole platformers, that's a good name for them. We keep them out of
TPC
MT.
swears that they're able to see into the Matrix and be like, no, that's definitely going to do the thing. I knew it was going to do the thing. I don't know how much I believe it.
How did you not see that Ryu was going to Shoryuken through this floor here and clock you?
We allowed one, oh yes, Sayo said that.
Sayo?
We allowed
I
one.
apologize.
We allowed one last year where the traps only like would save you from jumps, and so we were like, all right, well, I guess that's fine. It's a little weird.
Me and TPC
force
have the
the button.
opposite opinion about everything, so I just was like, yeah, it must have been TPC on the other end of that argument.
Kitsune, going back to avoid a warp, knows Mario well enough to know there's probably a warp over there. I don't know if that's true.
Some chaos ensued from WhytePanther. So the shell going back and forth was dead in a pit. Down to 6 lives. Which is like, in a vacuum, I would say kind of a lot, but compared to the 21 Polk Kitsune has,
It's true.
there's room for improvement. Whoa! Found dashing into the blocks. The twirl breaks blocks? This game's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. You
Wait,
can't do
they
it
were
from
just
the top, I guess.
they just had 6 lives. Now they have 8.
And
they
now
have
9?
Yeah, I mean, if 3 diamonds get you a life, I don't know how easy it is to get a diamond, but that's not very many. Kitsune keeps trying to go over the top. You might be able to do it, but they're coming back to avoid the warp. It's if it was closer, I would be more concerned, but it's whatever at this point, I guess.
I remember that conversation now. Sayo saying that the trap game should have been in top 8. There's a lot of bullet bills coming for Polk Kitsune, and it is not stopping to let them go by. Okay, despawned them. I don't think it was a mistake, but it was just exciting what was happening.
So let's play devil's advocate for a second here. Grand finals.
For unspecified gotcha trap game,
Yes.
that's your argument?
I mean,
That's
you
your-
have you
Yeah,
have
devil's advocate. What if we used it?
I mean,
No, we wouldn't.
I never said I was a good devil's advocate.
The devil needs a new advocate. This stage 3, I think, was cleared for WhytePanther. But this is, I think, 4-3 for Polk Kitsune.
I believe you're right.
I'm only saying that because it's usually the 3, like the 3rd level in a world that has the mushrooms and no ground.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing the twirl jump infinitely more helpful in a stage like this.
I feel like if you knew the stage, the fire dash would still be more useful overall. But yeah, for feeling them out, the twirl jump definitely worked.
There's a gap in the ceiling up there, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if it's an invisible block that spawns a power-up or something.
That's a locked door.
Whoa, WhytePanther flips away from the Podoboo. I thought that was the death animation, but that was a save.
Incredible reflexes.
So I assume this is a pick the right path situation. I didn't hear the ding. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. There's Bowser. Oh, come on. I think generally going under Bowser is better, because you never know. If you go up and he jumps, you just get got. But nothing can really... Once he's up there, he can't really do anything below him.
I feel like in normal Mario that's definitely better, but it feels like the momentum is just a bit slower here.
Yeah, he's not in the air as long, you're right. But it still leaves it up to execution rather than sort of the chance that he decides to jump.
That is true. Also, we have key cards now.
And they just follow behind.
This is a fairly complicated castle. Oh yeah, key cards. Yep, there you go.
Okay, and then you need 3 for the next door. World jump being very handy in this section.
A lot going on in this one.
The ground blinking red, I have to keep reminding myself it's not lava. I mean, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not.
Yeah, I think it's just a generalized. Oh, and now you gotta get 3 more.
Oh, what, the piranha plant comes up even when you're standing on the pipe? Man.
Boll Deluxe doesn't play by your rules, man. It's got its own rules.
So, goals beat World 5. There's still a whole world after this castle that Polk Kitsune is on, but the lead has just sort of stayed the same. Boll. Oh, the flip!
Whoa, whoa.
And it was totally unnecessary because you can just stand underneath the fire.
I'm back. I was taking my dog out. Anything crazy happen?
The lead stays pretty much the same. Polk Kitsune on 4-4. I guess WhytePanther's now on 4-2, so has closed it a tiny bit. Oh, the spin jump off of Bowser's head.
Impressive.
You did miss Boll.
Boll.
Luckily, they take out the just abysmal gaming sin of the weird repeating room pick-a-path of the original Mario Brothers. Kind of insane that that's just in Mario Bros. So it's kind of unforgivable, but here we are.
I mean, nobody knew what they were doing.
It's true.
I know people will be like, oh man, whenever there's like a bad level or whatever, people will be like, oh, like a Super Mario Maker level, like, oh, pick a door. And it's like, pick a path is not so different from pick a door.
It's very
pick a path
true.
Is where like, at least with pick a door, you're making a discrete choice, and like, you may come to the same area, but you recognize it as the same area. Pick a path.
That's true. Pick a path is worse. The room just starts repeating, and you can't even tell.
Until you go through like 3 or 4 times, you're just like, wait, I've seen this.
This is a funny little subversion. Polk Kitsune, it looks like the end of the level is right there, but it's not. Then all of a sudden there's more level.
This game rules.
Yeah, now I wouldn't say that Polk Kitsune is like 100% optimized here, but pretty much always moving forward, which is solid. It's what you want to be doing.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back to find something to bounce off of.
Oh,
This is going to be tough. If WhytePanther gets here without the dash power up, like that's it, right? Like the race is over. You have to figure it out that this is a thing.
oh, it's true.
Oh, WhytePanther up top using the bunny hops.
Yeah, so we saw some pretty good speed there. You can do that anywhere. I mean, they could be using it more, but it is risky. I mean, I admit.
Yeah, I think WhytePanther is pretty afraid of using it, but was like, there's not going to be anything up here to get in my way.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
the bounce!
What a death!
That ricochet is real nasty. I did see it happen in like 1-1 to Polk Kitsune, and I was just like, that's gonna come up at some point.
Yeah.
Hammer Brothers are less of a problem when you can just fly way over any arc the hammer could ever reach. Or smash into them with your blazing 8-way dash.
Imagine them, the elite soldiers of the Troopa army, just going like, this isn't fair.
Not even remotely. Oh my gosh, WhytePanther has slipped into this tiny little gap next to the pipe.
Again?
It looked different from the end of the stage that I saw last time.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the other screen.
It's not gonna take too long to get back there.
Using the spin to make that really, really tight jump around the Koopa.
Oh, WhytePanther saving himself from the spikes with the dash.
I guess you can just drill through them.
Yeah, I think you might
Like
have to press
Gianna did.
down. Polk Kitsune wasn't doing that. I'm not sure if you have to be Super Gianna or what. Oh, you can just dash downward there. But...
Yeah, you just dash down.
I thought I saw WhytePanther try to dash down last time and it didn't work, and then they had to go around and then tragedy happened, but I guess I misinterpreted what I was seeing. Oh, what? Surprise! Lakitu comes screaming in from off screen.
Oh my god.
Oh, the bullet bills!
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
god.
That's a nasty... So, on a level like this float is insane.
Yes.
Polk Kitsune's barely needing to do anything. I mean...
Uh-huh.
We act like it's like a skill that they've acquired, but I mean it's a move you can do. Anyone can do it. It's just sort of you have to do it.
I wonder if this is just a Gianna only thing and everyone else gets like...
That's my interpretation. Yeah, I think all the characters are different, and I mean there were some weird ones too. We could probably play this again another year with some other weird character that controls weird.
Yeah.
I didn't try any of the other characters, but there seems to be a lot in this game if anyone's curious to try and figure that out.
2 stages left for Polk Kitsune. This WhytePanther slips between 2 Goombas somehow and manages to lose the power up. There's a decision you gotta make when you're floating through the air and the bullet bill spawns. You gotta look at where it's lined up, where your path is gonna be. Are you gonna land on it? Are you safe? Do you need to do something about it, or can you keep holding right? Oh, clips the hair on that bullet bill. Polk Kitsune cannot get hit again.
It doesn't have the dash
Ricochet
now,
off
but
the
it hasn't
pipe.
really been using it anyway.
Almost got shot out of the air there.
Heroic efforts from WhytePanther to try to dodge those enemies. Unfortunately, does get done in.
Oh,
There goes that.
Is this 5-4? Look at this crazy place we're in.
It is.
This is a totally different palette than anything we've seen thus far. What a level to end it on. Truly epic. That's a game over right there. You gotta go through this weird menu. Alright, quick, who's there? Alex Kidd was there. Unless that was the guy from I Wanna Be the Guy.
Yeah, those are our two.
I think it's the guy.
Our two front runners.
Think about any other competition that those could be the two front runners in. What lame characters to be front runners in anything.
The GameFAQs character battle, like not even there.
No, I remember L Block won one year. That was what a year that was. What a time to be alive. Ooh, ducking. I didn't think that was gonna work.
Why can WhytePanther not get in this pipe? Okay, there it goes.
In Super Mario World, when you're small, you can duck, but it doesn't do anything. It's just visual.
Yeah, okay, that's the guy from I Want to Be the Guy. The Alex Kidd does not have a cape.
I did see Metal Sonic. It'd be interesting how Metal Sonic controls. I wonder how different it is from regular Sonic.
Alex Kidd's kind of like a monkey-ish character.
Yeah.
Which I didn't
I
really
definitely
see, but I
thought
didn't
you
get
were
a good
going to
look.
relate
What?
Alex Kidd to Metal Sonic, and I was like, where the hell is he going with this? But
Wait,
Metal Sonic
wait.
loves to play Jonkin.
Wait,
yeah, Chunkin at the end of every level.
TPC just said Ashura is in this game, as in from Ashura's Wrath.
Really? There's probably other Ashuras.
There's
That's
other.
the
Maybe
finish.
it's the last boss of
That's it.
Skyblazer.
The spooky purple castle has been conquered. Polk Kitsune. Just making good use of that twirl move. I think was a huge part of this win.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good time. I'll check the testing times here.
Yeah, it's
Apparently I
Asura's
have the
Wrath.
wrong Ashura.
You don't even have an Ashura. You're looking for an Asura.
Yeah. Ashura is the final boss of Skyblazer, though.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
It's some kind of mythological god.
Yeah, they're Hindu.
Yeah, I went a little crazy with the jumping, and I was having fun but died a lot. Polk Kitsune beat my time with the safer play by 3 minutes, and then FAO cut that by 3 minutes. So I think it was be having fun and not dying.
Oh god, there's a second page.
Nice. I mean, if there's a whole community around this game, I'm not surprised that they've just cranked it up on a bunch of stuff.
Lock from Lock is in. It's locked. Whoops.
Final Fantasy VI Lock. That's
Yeah,
the one
that's like-
character
I was
from that
like-
game we want to put in this game.
I was like, if anyone would spell that name right, it'd be Exuno. He's not gonna forget the E.
He's a treasure hunter, you know.
Blue Luigi.
Bluigi.
Player 2 Luigi.
I googled Bluigi once to see if it was a character in anything, and I got some fan wiki, and they were like a communist on the
What?
fan wiki. It was-
You'd think
not
that would
even-
be Red Luigi.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's not even the right color.
I, as a joke, referred to Luigi as Green Mario, commentating Cool Kids Super Mario Bros. 2 run at GDQ. And there were a number of comments that on the YouTube video afterwards that were quite indignant about that.
That's so funny. People actually thought it was Green Mario.
Like, I can't tell if they're in on the joke too or what, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some people who are just like, you better put some respect on that name.
That is so funny. Speedrunning YouTube comments are scary. I stay out of speedrunning YouTube comments.
I love
You
that.
get some wild stuff. Like, well, yeah, it's easy if he cheats. If he's gonna
Whoa.
backwards long jump, of course it's easy game if he's gonna cheat like that.
WhytePanther's gonna dash up from below and save dealing with
I
that
like that.
section.
This is only
Also
4-4 though, right?
Yes. Yes.
What level are we
because
even
of that,
on? I don't
that game
remember this
over.
Yeah, this is 4-4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
you have
think
to
you
get
need
the
that
key. This is the castle with the keys.
And key cards.
Yeah. The keys in alternate forms. Is this the Adventure Island forest? I mean, Super Mario World has the Forest of Illusion, but this looks distinctly like Adventure Island background to me.
Yeah, it's definitely not Forest of Illusion. So I could get behind that. Yeah, it's a key card. I forgot about this. This is what I missed when I went and took my dog out. That there's a key and a key card.
Just wait. You're gonna see the best part.
I'm surprised we have a forfeit here, because this game is not very punishing, but I understand it. They weren't in the race. They might just be done with it.
It is kind of long and samey.
Yeah,
I think it looks fun to play, but I'm not
It's
really
fun
like
to try and do the bunny hops. It's fun to have the dash. I think if you were just playing this as Mario, I might be past the point in my life where I'm gonna do that, but I think, you know, if I was 10 or 12, I would really be into that.
Especially if it's free.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just from a personal standpoint, I'd much rather, like, a 10-year-old get way into this than way into, like, Roblox or something.
I know, it took me forever. I
Be
did
better
beat
for a lot of reasons.
I did beat what I didn't even know was the lost levels when I was about that age on Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. You can unlock it. And it took me a really long time. I remember, like, really being bad at it. And then eventually deciding I couldn't even beat a level. And then being like, oh, I gotta jump on this enemy to get past this section? That seems impossible, but...
The Lost Levels is... It's wild. Like, we were talking about, like, how Pick-a-Path is, like, weird that that's in Mario, and Lost Levels is just nothing but nonsense.
It's true, like, those springs? Like, what if he just flew up and was just up there for minutes? I know we were talking about it earlier, but it's just, like, a weird, just, like... They were just having a laugh. Kitsune is still playing, so clearly likes the game.
Yeah, I think it's like 8-2 in the Lost Levels, or 8-3 or something, where, like, if you just play through the level normally, it loops, like the castle level. You need to find the secret vine in the sky to beat the level at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
Checkpoint for WhytePanther.
I mean, it does fall into the whole, like, wizard... Yeah, this part. Boll!
Oh, flips away from Bowser, and then the second flip I'm not so sure about.
Just showing off at that point.
The bank shot from the Lakitus.
Lakitus are never more dangerous than they are in Super Mario Bros. 1. I think they really got nerfed in the future.
I mean, rightfully so. Screw those guys.
For sure.
These ones are stronger because they
you
throw
also get a ton of money for rescuing the toads. So that's also where some of these extra lives... That much of 2 lives. What?
Okay. I guess you don't need to build up like a long string of 7 or 8 kills or whatever. It's just like every kill after the first. Oh, had no dash. Bouncing off an enemy does not refill your dash, I guess.
Darn, that'd be cool if it... I mean, I feel like it should, but... That might be a little bit crazy. I think a speed run of this character in this game would be interesting, though. With the bunny hopping and stuff, I think you could do some cool stuff.
For sure.
There's a few games we play here that, like, I know unless somebody here speed runs them, they're not gonna get speed run. This one might actually have one, but just like sometimes I'm like, man, I wish someone would optimize this, but I definitely don't want it to be me. And it never is me, and sometimes usually it never happens.
I think I'd rather try optimizing this than say optimizing Brain Lord or something.
Well, somebody speedran Adventure Ball. Anything is possible.
That is true.
You can beat Adventure Ball 1 through 9 in 20 minutes, then the world's your oyster.
So pretty soon we're gonna see that gigantic wall. It's gonna be both literal and figurative for WhytePanther until they figure out this twirl jump.
Man, there totally is Bluigi. Exuno posted a picture in the Discord. I don't know what Bluigi does. Oh man, that speed. Lost the power up. Bad for the wall. So WhytePanther's not doing that twirl at all?
Nope, not once.
So I mean that's what did it, really, I would think. I think a few other things too, but like that's a huge difference.
Is it in the pace pen?
Yeah.
Dang. Here's the fake out. Oh, those jumps are very tight if you don't have a twirl jump.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You can also spin jump by pressing action and up while you're in the air. But it is a sentence later on. It's not in controls. Could be optimized a little bit, I suppose.
Trying to eyeball the spaces between this jump. I think this one here is bigger. I think it's one extra.
It is.
Further away.
I don't think you can make it normally.
You need a bunny hop or a dash or a twirl or something.
Oh!
Ugh. This is the first clue that maybe WhytePanther is missing something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so look at the jumps chaining them up. Oh, man. It's clever.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, you gotta start with a bunny hop, though. Because you're only just landing on the left edge, and then your first bunny hop is, even though it is faster, is starting from so far back, it's not gonna clear the second gap.
Could you do a backflip? Would that have enough speed?
Probably. Ooh. I was trying to just do a little jump, almost like in Super Mario 64, when you want a little bit more height, so you do like a standing jump into a double jump. No, I didn't see any increase in speed there. There goes all those lives.
Mighty the Armadillo.
Steven Universe was there.
What does Mighty do? Yeah, what does Steven Universe do?
Not even a game character.
This really is Deluxe. I'm sure there's a Steven Universe game.
You get a peek into like the author's psyche, I think.
Yeah,
by the
sure.
characters they've chosen to add.
There's a like kind of hard mode but also crazy content hack thing for Super Mario RPG called Super Mario RPG Armageddon. And they just add in a whole bunch of stuff from other franchises like Kingdom Hearts, and there's like Vocaloids, just like a bunch of stuff. And it's fun. I really like the game, but it's just clear that it's not this is the definitive Mario RPG experience. It's like, this is what I wanted to put in this game.
This game was made by one person for
Yes.
one person.
I'm just imagining Bowser marking out over Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku's in the game. That's a boss, man. Hatsune Miku's
It's like
in there.
Does she have like dialogue? Like, do they all talk to each other?
Yeah, and also there's like You know, in the ship, you have to find a password. That password is now some sort of Vocaloid that I don't know. I had to, like, look it up. I had to, like, Google some of the phrases that they gave. So I was like, I don't know who these people are. But it was worth it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would be a lot of fun to write cheesy dialogue between characters from weird franchises.
Oh,
Sure,
WhytePanther's not getting the checkpoint?
Yeah.
Just pissed
Especially
off.
because this part is really hard, so you're gonna really want that.
Does
This
have the
is
dash.
proof. This is like, if I don't get the checkpoint, I have to get it.
I guess.
What? That was a dodge.
So has the dash, so might not even need to learn the twirl jump. The dash is probably enough to get you over this wall. Here it is.
Oh!
Invisible.
Kaizo
Of
block.
course. This is in the Mario 2 does this. I should have known.
Lost Levels does, you're saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know, Mario 2.
No, it is Mario. But I don't know what Mario 2 you're talking about. You know a ton about the American
Obviously,
Mario
I would have
2.
said Super Mario USA to refer to Super Mario Brothers 2.
You literally
in the
commentated
US.
the Mario 2 run at... So I assumed you were talking about that one.
Are you sure you wouldn't call it Doki Doki Panic?
No.
Doki
because
Doki
it's a
Panic's
different
pretty
game.
different. I actually like looked
It
into
is.
that the other day. It's
Mechanics
actually
are
way more
slightly different.
than I thought it would be.
You have to beat the game with every character.
And you can't run. Everyone just walks everywhere.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, all the way back at the start.
Polk Kitsune is calling it quits. That's fine. They already won.
Red Luigi too. Yeah, that's right. Couple of bunny hops, throw him in there, immediately gets into trouble, is probably regretting it, but I think it was a good decision. It just didn't work out. I feel like terrible things happen to WhytePanther every time they try to throw in the bunny hop.
It's a difficult field master.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's the kind of thing where if you were to do it more, you would be more familiar with it, and then you could use it more and not die. So it's like an investment
Oh,
to use it and learn.
oh, that ricochet was rough.
Yeah, I think it was trying to go under the blocks.
But yeah, I do agree. Like, the only way you can get better with those high-risk strats is to actually try them.
Yeah, but it's high risk. So like, if it turns out you're not good at it, or it's just too hard or something, you lose a lot of time messing around with
Yeah.
something.
Okay, so what about this idea? Doki Doki Literature Panic, where it's literally Doki Doki Literature Club, same script, but you replace all of the sprites with the sprites from Doki Doki Panic and those characters.
I'm not sure
I
how much
think-
life those characters have. Wait, aren't they from like
They're-
some franchise or something?
I
They
think
are,
yeah.
They're a family.
Yeah, well, I knew they were.
Oh, they're a
but-
family?
They're a family, yes.
Never mind
Mom,
that.
dad, brother, and sister.
Well, I mean, you're rewriting. You're not just going to use the same script, I assume.
Well, in my idea, you would, because it was less work, but we could workshop it.
Oh, okay, so you're physically
mean-
thinking about what it would be to actually do this.
I
And
mean,
not
if you
just a
wanted
joke.
to
Well,
actually
I mean,
be
it
able
is
to
just a
go-
joke. I just think it's funny to try and use those characters that we have no context for in Doki Doki Panic in some sort of story.
I mean, if you want to keep the spirit of Doki Doki Literature Club's back half,
Don't talk anymore about Doki Doki Literature Club because I haven't actually played it. I know
I
what the deal
apologize.
is with it, but
I'll just mention that Dan Salvato, who made it, has done like a million other internet things, and it's kind of weird to see him in like so many different areas of the internet.
I follow him on Twitter, and I didn't even know that he was the developer of the game.
He made Doki Doki Literature Club. He did a Yoshi story run at GDQ like years ago on a bonus stream, and then he makes. At one point, Melee had this like fork of Dolphin that they thought was better and had better netcode, and then he made like this video debunking how the netcode was better and saying for people not to use it. And like I see all these things from totally separate communities in separate places, and it's all him, and it's just kind of crazy. It's just like he's got a presence.
He's like an Omni nerd or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just. MTI was had a pretty good bit where he was playing Super Mario Brothers 2, and he starts talking about the game, like running through the mechanics as if, like, you know, if someone was watching for the first time or something. And he's like, yeah, so it was based off of an old game called Doki Doki Panic or something, and then he begins to describe the 4 characters of that game as the characters from Doki Doki Literature Club. And starts finding, like, using their personality traits to explain why, you know, Toad can run faster and why Peach can float. And I don't remember at all what the bit was, but it was
That's a solid bit.
I feel WhytePanther took that section a lot cleaner.
Yeah, once WhytePanther has the dash, then all of the movement options that have been available to Polk Kitsune the whole time are also available, and does about as well. Oh, there's so many bullet bills. Whatever, this is just fuel for bouncing.
Oh!
Whoa!
The Koopa's coming with!
That Koopa doesn't know what's going on.
That Koopa's life has changed dramatically from this day forward.
Goodbye,
World.
Mr. Koopa.
The only world he's ever known is that one platform back and forth.
Hey, Fred. Hey, Bill.
And then
Nice
2 seconds
day
later,
today, huh?
hey, Fred.
Whoa.
Then you get like the closing shot singer of the movie, and he's like a postcard from like Paris.
First try level clear. The power of the dash.
We officially hit an hour.
Is this a Sonic track?
The ball dropped.
This is. Oof.
Shoutouts to OmniGamer. See mentioning OmniGamer chat. Not an MT this year, but has been an MT even semi-recently. Wrote a cool book on speedrunning. Graded marathons. Go watch their old GDQ runs.
I can tell you OmniGamer's been in exactly 3 mystery tournaments, because just happened to join Mystery Tournament 5 when they first heard about it, and then came back to it for Mystery Tournament 10, and people just kind of noticed that those were multiples of 5. And I don't think it's particularly interesting, but I don't know, it just became a thing. And then everyone was like, all right, we'll see you back for 15. We'll see you back here for 15. And then 4 years later, OmniGamer was like, well, okay, fine. It came back and did it.
He played a good... I don't remember everything he played. He played Wonder Dog, which was a platformer on the Sega CD. I remember he semi-enjoyed it. I mean, it's not like the most memorable game or anything, but it was kind of interesting. An only Sega CD platformer is kind of interesting in its own right. Yeah, Polk Kitsune, that's the big... I mean, not the only thing, but like, not spin jumping has made a pretty huge difference in this race for sure.
Yeah, it was kind of close.
Safe.
Because, you know, World 4 and 5 is when it really starts to make a bigger difference. So it was closer until then. What are those skull blocks blocking the pipe? What's that about?
I saw those in another level. I don't think they kill you or anything. I think, I don't know, some sort of secret, I guess.
they lead to the Wily stages.
I mean, in this game, that's very possible.
This palette literally is like pretty weird to me. Everything else is like very recognizable. I don't know what this is trying to be.
Cursed ghost castle.
It is kind of ghost housey.
It is. It has blue water, which is very unlike a ghost house. But I mean,
Yeah.
maybe...
Also, it's not water. It will hurt
it's
you.
lava. It's a weird.
It's blue lava. It's way hotter than normal lava.
That's true. I think you're right though. You really get the sense that like, whoa, something is different about this one. But then like, not really. It's just kind of another castle. In fact, it has less going on than the one with the key cards. Oh, hit the side, but with the save back to the platform.
Get some Mountain Dew voltage down there.
The stimulation from the caffeine is too great. That's why
Yeah,
you take damage.
I mean, if I was a ghost and I was forced to live in Mountain Dew blue voltage, I'd be pretty upset.
You would periodically leap out and try to pass your misery onto anyone passing by.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's just a very human reaction, you know?
It's like the prisoners in Silence of the Lambs banging against the cell bars.
Yeah, they.
What? Batman?
That's the reference we
need.
need.
I just called Bowser Batman. What does that say about me? Why did those wires get crossed?
Shit. I knew you said that, but I thought there was a reason that you said that.
No, I just straight up called him that.
It's so funny.
I'm racking my brain to try to like reverse engineer it, and I'm like, there's nothing.
Man.
Why?
Billionaire turtle playboy, Bruce Bowser.
That's the only thing about fan games I will say, and you saying Batman reminds me of it, that disappoints me a little bit, is that they all tend to be fans of the same kind of stuff. You know, you're gonna see Sonic, you're gonna see Sonic OCs. Like, why aren't we seeing like playable Batman, playable like Bruce Willis, like John McClane or something? We need to see like some more wild crossovers here. Man, but will WhytePanther beat Batman on the second go? Polk Kitsune used the spin jump to beat Batman in most circumstances.
A couple, yeah, definitely a few times.
Goku is banned. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the people who are fans of those games are also the kind of people who just really feel the need to, like, explore that space. Like, the kind of person who's a fan of Die Hard is probably not the kind of person who is really introspective and wants to put their own spin on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
The kind of person who's a fan of Die Hard Arcade, on the other hand.
Or Dynamite Cop on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
The sequel to Die Hard Arcade. I love that game.
WhytePanther is so close.
I think
Wait,
basically
beat
you
Shredder,
gotta be
Goku
the
is
change.
banned? What are you talking about?
You gotta be the change you want to see in the world, Internet Dirigible. If you want John McClane to be in a Mario game,
That's a really
you
good
gotta,
point.
You gotta download the sprite editor.
Asian Dynamite TPC is on my short list for Miscory, by the way. But don't worry, I know about Asian Dynamite.
I'm so excited.
No, I don't know about multi-hero. Wait, that was the instructions for a blind race? Beat Shredder, Goku is banned? That's fantastic.
Oh, Yeah, these platforms do not come very regularly. The bus
No.
service in this level is really not so good. More funds from castle development could be devoted to increasing the number of platforms on the elevator.
I don't think this elevator is OSHA compliant.
Yeah, man, people can just jump on and off of there.
There's a recent Tom Scott video about a manually controlled roller coaster where someone has to stand on the back of it and like choose how fast it goes the whole time that you're on the roller coaster.
That's
I
terrifying.
know.
That sounds actually scarier than like going skydiving and having someone else on your back to like
I
pull
know.
the chute and everything.
It's built in like the 1920s and it's still operating. It's kind of insane.
I mean, this may be too much, but it sounds like a murder-suicide machine.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like no backups or anything for it right now. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have to do it eventually.
Oh, I just wasn't even thinking about the game over, but that is
Yep.
a game over at 5-4.
Yeah, you can go back to 5-4 though.
Oh. Yes, you can.
You have to hit the switch. That's another fan games. They love the menus. This game has one of the most convoluted menus I've ever seen.
It's got a scroll bar that you click with a mouse cursor.
And like a big switch to turn the game on. It's like this weird diegetic menu that doesn't actually fill the theme of like what the game is. We had that with Home Alone 2 last year, where it looks like the whole UI was like in a zipper suitcase for no reason.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great game. Don't play that game, guys. Don't play Home Alone 2 on the Genesis.
I don't think you have any need to worry about that.
I'm not sure there's a single Home Alone game that anyone should ever play.
That's a really good point. It's been an unlucky franchise for video games.
Home Alone, the after years.
Despite Bethesda's initial involvement creating the NES game.
Oh, WhytePanther. Okay, there. Manages to land on that top ledge. Going the low route has been a source of a couple of deaths. Fireball just clipping into the ceiling somehow. Very cool.
Physics.
Just cutting it a little bit close, but still okay. Still has the dash. Still has the fire. Is whoa, going for it and gets it.
Oh, Fireball Bowser, you might as well. Give us a show.
It jumps.
Yeah, there he goes. It disappears. No animation. Player dead.
Immediately the pause and the dot done.
That is time.
What an endurance match. That was a lot of Mario they had to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it has it on the pause screen.
Congratulations to WhytePanther. It's been a long stream for me. I don't think I'm going to call anyone in for an interview today because I got to work in the morning. But let me pull up what's coming up here just so we can get a little idea about what might be happening tomorrow.
Gianna.
10 hours. That's like 6 a.m. for me. But we've got a game coming up in 10 hours and then 14, then 16, 17. Let's look at the upcoming match. Tomorrow's Friday. So a deadline, but almost everybody's scheduled. We've been pinging people. There's a couple more things happening after that. 2 more matches happening after what we see on screen tomorrow.
Oh, the Dilster.
Oh yeah, got my brother's match. It's gonna be big. He's not here anymore. I can actually stream it since he doesn't have to use my computer. It might be hard, but we'll see.
I can't wait to see what YouTube abomination he makes about the match.
Yeah. I should ask him to make something. he likes doing it, but often can't find motivation for anything specific. So I think that would be a good that would be good. But anyway, yeah, that's what we have going up. We got more matches tomorrow. Thank you, Cyro and Myth, for commentating with me, and this was a lot of fun. We had some crazy matches. A couple come from behinds, a couple close calls. The last one not so close, but a fun game.
Definitely. Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next time on Mystery Funhouse.
Goodbye.